Did you know that you have a miniature pine cone inside of your brain? Everybody does. It's called the pineal gland. And this little thing regulates your melatonin and your serotonin. Probably pretty important things to understand, especially if you're a woman and if you understand they're all hormones. And this little thing, it regulates it. What it does is it makes melatonin, and that melatonin eventually turns into serotonin. And if you think about it, it's kind of nuts because we go and we buy all these prescription medications and all these different things that we can buy, St. John worts and all these things that we can try to get us to get more melatonin or more serotonin or all these blockers and all that. And I understand that there's times for those things you need them, and definitely talk to your doctors about that. But understanding what is actually happening here, why are we not taught that we have this little thing inside of our brain, tiny, the size of a pea, and it regulates your melatonin and your serotonin. And if you understand that most of our pineal glands are what they call calcified. It gets a calcification on it. Now these little things on it, if you look inside the human brain, those are all little crystals. And they want to open up because it magnifies the things that are inside of our brain. Our retina to our eyes are attached to this pineal gland. And why we're not taught this, I'm not sure. But here's the thing. When people are asking me, Jason, you talk a lot about fruits, man. You're really a big fruit guy. And it's weird to me because I'm more worried about this thing than I am about the fruits. Now, I love fruits. I love fruits. I love fruits. I love fruits. I love it. But it's because it's the spirit food that opens this up. It decalcifies your pineal gland. And if you want to have better sleep, for one, my sleep cycles have dramatically changed. I sleep probably a good 5-6 hours a night, hard sleeping, awesome dreams, wake up repaired, feeling energetic, because I'm getting so much melatonin from my pineal gland. Now, yes, there's a lot of antioxidants. Yes, there's a lot of energy. But you know what? I wish people would understand that this is electric. It's the biggest secret that they're keeping from you. You're so worried about trying to figure out all the ins and outs of the dietitian stuff in this. I get that they're important to know. But really what you have these little channels in your body called fascia. And this fascia carries water. It carries structured water through your body. Your heart is actually a rhythm. It's magnetic. It's not. That's how it beats. It's a magnetic pulse. It's fed by electricity. That electricity is in your brain. This is the food that opens up the fascia and puts this structured water, which is a conductor, and it has the stuff in it that's alkaline. Alkaline is very important because it's conductive for electricity. And if we put a lot of food in our body, like when I started eating fruits, I did not have a diet plan to stop other things. I just wanted to add fruits because I could feel something happening here. And in return, because these little crystals are opening up, they were opening up. And in return, the magnetic field I started feeling it here. Now, you might not believe in chakras, don't really care. They're real. We have 7 of them. And they start at our base and they go all the way up. 7 different chakras in our body. And these fruits, different fruits, actually talk to different one of those chakras. I was way more worried about that in this than I was worried about my body. Didn't even really care. Because once you start opening this little pine needle in this little pine cone in your brain, this little thing, this place where your spark lives, your conscious lives, where you are actually at, where your soul rests. This little thing right here, and it opens up, and it has millions of these little crystals. If you can go. This is actually just biology here, and they open up, and it magnifies everything. Colors get more colorful. Understanding, your empathy gets way more deeper because you can start feeling. You feel the conversation now. You start to understand things at a way deeper level. You get consumed with your life's purpose. You start to realize that you're here for a reason. And it's not just to consume, that you have a mission in life, that there's something important about just you, that you have something, and this right here is the way to find it. It's the way to find it. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there who might say, well, I think this is genomic. Why do we have something that creates melatonin and serotonin and we're not talking about it in schools? If you look at the Pope's little thing he holds, it has a pine cone on it. We have a dresser over here that we found in it's an old one. Guess what is on the side of it? Pine cones. You can go all over all ancient places. Pine cones, pine cones, pine cones. Why? Because they knew they needed to keep this shut off in you. They wanted it shut off in you. They don't want this opening up in you. And they want to tell you that if you even talk about this, then you're not a Christian, that you're not religious, that you're denomic, that you're satanic, that it's bad. Oh yeah, my body that has something in it that looks like this, the size of a pea, and it makes my melatonin and serotonin. They're going to tell me that I should be way more worried about paying my bills and learning about this? Come on. Why all this? Why the fruit? If you call me and ask me, like, what's the diet thing? I'm more worried about your spirit. I'm more worried about your soul, because once you can understand how to open this up, you know what's closing it? Fluoride in water is closing it right up. A lot of the porks and the meats that we eat, because fruit is a vibrational food. When I started waking up and eating a lot of fruits, I could see the lightning in it. I could see the electricity in it. I do not eat fruits for the nutritional value. I eat it because it's like plugging into a socket, and I can feel the different electricity codes going in there and opening this up inside of my brain. It's a secret, guys. They don't want us to know. They want this closed. They want you to think that this is all weird. This is called intuition. This is why some people out there, you know things. You just have a deep intuition about something. You have some kind of gift, some kind of skill. It's regulated from right here. And right here. This right here has to open for this to open. And how do we do it? We feed it lots of fruits. I eat grapes, eat watermelons, eat a lot of blueberries. Blueberries are for the heart chakra. I'm going to teach a lot more about this, guys, because I'm getting to the point where I just want you to understand it's not about the diet. It's about the spirit. It's about this. It's about this. And we're walking in an age where a lot of solar stuff is happening around us. Now, you might not be understand all this. I'm really new to all this, so don't ask me all the science stuff. I'm only 9-10 months into my journey with this, this opening up, and it opens up more and more every day. And a lot of the things that happen out there with solar flares, with full moons, with a lot of these planets, has something to do with opening up that. Oh, well, that's weird. Oh yeah? Why is it weird that when the tide goes up, it's when the moon is the closest? Why does that happen? Oh, well, I don't know why that happens. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things that you don't know why happens, but it happens. And there's reasons why it happens. Why does the wind come from the east one day and comes from the west the next day? You have no control over that. You can pray the wind away, but that same wind might be helping another farmer down the road. You might not want the rain, but it's still going to rain because we need the rain. There's things that you don't understand and they don't want you to understand. And I'm telling you, the reason why fruits is you need to start opening this up. Now, some of you probably have already started opening this up. If you already like fruits a little bit, there's other ways than just fruits. Walking in nature. Having pets. If you have pets and you have a deep connection to pets. Getting rid of city water. Drinking not water getting water that has electric in it. You know, they have a lot of this new water that has like this electricity currents in it. You can actually it's a little zapped. But getting away from city water, getting away from fluoride, get it out of your toothpaste, get it away from you. It's called calcifying this. Stress, a broken nervous, your immune system and your nervous system. If you're really dehydrated and you're not getting a lot of fluids, this is going to be shut off. You want to get a lot of fluids. Why not get electric currents? You know, I don't just eat fruits just because I love the flavor. It's completely changed. Now I do, but at first it was like, I'm like everyone else. I had to kind of force myself. The reason I ate it was not to do with the flavor. It still isn't to this day. Every night before I go to bed, I try to get some honey, some bananas, some oranges every night. If it's 11, 12, 1, I don't care. I get a bunch of fruit and I eat it. It's my socket. I wake up the next morning energized. Oh, you mean you're getting all that sugar in your belly? You're probably almost diabetic. You know, people are telling me that I'm almost dead. I get it on this face group stuff when people, well, you're probably almost going to die. It's funny the stuff I get. I think it's hilarious because they don't see me and what's actually happening. Because it's not about just being the fruit weirdo. If you could understand this is a socket and you are a battery. You know, we're batteries. The movie The Matrix was way more real than you knew. And this is where we actually get plugged into. Now, right now, we're plugged into our bills. We're plugged into what they want you, your job. We're plugged into all their stress and all the things that they tell you that you need to be plugged into. And that's why we're so drained, because your electricity, you're a battery. They're sucking that for their money, their corporations, their big, their big second, third houses with their yachts and all their stuff. And what you need to do, and it's hard to do it. Sorry, the dump truck's coming by. You got to unplug from there and plug into here. Well, I don't like buying fruit. You're going to save a lot of money by buying fruit. It's pretty freaking cheap. Well, I don't really like oranges. What do you like and eat a lot of it? Well, I have diabetes too. It doesn't matter. It's a different type of sugar. It actually heals your liver, heals your pancreas, heals your kidneys, heals all the organs in your body. And it, more importantly, it gives you so much hydration. Your body can move. It's fluid all of a sudden. I couldn't do this, guys. You need to get this thing open. I'm telling you guys, it's the time of your life in this age, 2025. The reason why fruits is to open this little tiny thing in your arm that God put in there for you. That's you. This right here is the base of you. And the foods that we eat are keeping it closed. You can get mad at me and that mine's open. Don't really care. I love it. I recognize that most y'all think you might have it open. You don't. That's why I don't even like leaving my house anymore. I can do all these reels here because I go out there and everyone's fighting over the stupidest things. Traffic, bills, nobody seems to care what they're doing to here or here. Nobody seems to be worried about that. And every once in a while I'll run into somebody like my friend Ryan, and it's open. And sometimes I run into some of you guys out there, you know. Got a guy named Jeff I'm working with, a spiritual guy out there. There's people out there I know. You know what I'm talking about, and you can see it. And I'm letting you know, like, fruit is the food. It's your spirit food. It'll make this look a lot better. This is just a representation of what's going on in here. So eat fruits, eat honey, you know, keep your stress down, start to learn, you know, start to keep an open mind. If what I'm saying is really triggering you, maybe it's time you learn something different, you hear something different. Because what's happening out there isn't getting any better. Nowhere, in no place, in not one corner of our society, including all your churches and all that, is it getting any better. I see it out there. We have to clean it out here. It's the one place that they don't want you to clean out. Well, let's do it together, guys. Let's bond together. Let's make a mantra like eat fruits, eat fruits. Screw them, man. Let's get this thing open up a little bit more. Eat fruits, eat fruit. Go on walks, you know. It's well, why not vegetables? Because it's not as alkaline. It doesn't have near as much electricity. Now, eat some vegetables, not wrong with that, but you need to just eat lots of fruits, lots of fruits. Eat fruit.